As you all know, I am infatuated with a certain aircraft known as the SR-71 Blackbird. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. We do have a dono goal for purchasing a SR-71 Blackbird for $292 million. We're about a bit less than halfway there, I think. I want one, is what I'm trying to say. I really want one. But the problem is, most of them are owned by Lockheed Martin or the US government, or some other organization I don't care about, you know. Today, I will be convincing Lockheed Martin to give me an SR-71 Blackbird, and I will be stating my case for why I am the perfect person to have one. By the time the Lockheed Martin executives see this video, they will be like, ah yes, Nova Scalaris deserves an SR-71 Blackbird, and I have a presentation prepared and a demonstration. I welcome you all to me stating my case for why I should have the SR-71 Blackbird aircraft. I need background music. This is dreadful. You reckon Lo-Fi Girl would match the vibe of applying for military equipment? First off, why do I want an SR-71 Blackbird? In case it wasn't fucking obvious already, I'm gonna go over it very quickly. The main reason is because it's fast as fuck. What is the benchmark for fast things right now? Sonic. That's not Sonic. Well, that fuck. Shadow the Hedgehog. Nobody's faster than him, from what I've heard. Or there might be... Actually, no, never mind. That might not be true. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm sorry. But he's pretty fucking fast. For a reference on how fast this thing is, a normal plane goes about 900 kilometers an hour, which is really slow, right? But the SR-71 Blackbird goes 3,500 kilometers an hour, which is significantly faster. That's really fucking fast. A normal plane, it takes 8 hours to get from London to New York, whereas an SR-71 Blackbird can do it in only... I forgot, I didn't do the math for that yet. I was supposed to fill this in. Okay, whatever. It's faster. That's the point. It's really fucking quick. Second reason, it is a marvel of engineering, but nobody cares. So we're moving on. The third reason is, fucking look at it. It looks incredible. Oh, you can see my cursor. This is brilliant. This is possibly the coolest looking airplane of all time. Who wouldn't want this in their garage or wherever? Look at it again. It's incredible. It's a beautiful aircraft. It looks amazing. Those are the obvious reasons of why I want one, okay? Now that we have the obvious out of the way, why am I the perfect person to have an SR-71 Blackbird? The title was a bit too long. I couldn't quite fit it all on the screen. You get the idea. Even the snoot doesn't droop. Like, exactly. It is a perfectly designed plane. Not that, like, that stupid Concorde that looks like it has a fucking, like, you know, the fucking face coming off its face. Stupid ass plane. The SR-71 Blackbird, beautiful plane. Beautiful plane. Now, why am I the perfect person to have one? First, I am a law-abiding citizen. I have 0 traffic violations. I have a clean record on my driver's license. I have never done anything bad. Secondly, I have 0 felonies inside of the United States of America. I have not been charged with anything on US soil. Law-abiding citizen number 1 right here. He's wanted in a country outside the US. Shut up. Shut up. I said inside the US. Lockheed Martin is a US defense contractor. This is what this is about. It's about inside the US. Anything else doesn't matter, okay? Then the third example of me being a law-abiding citizen. I have 0 war crimes against United States allies. I've never committed a war crime against an ally of the United States of America. All US allies are so far unharmed by me, and I do not plan any aggression against them, okay? I am not Chinese and not associated with the Chinese Communist Party. I have seen some Senate hearings and I've realized that they do not like China or the CCP.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean.
So I might like to make it clear that I am not associated with the Chinese Communist Party. I am Swiss. I am from Switzerland. Okay? I hope US Senate is listening to this. Write this down, Senator Armstrong or whoever the fuck is in the Senate right now. The next example of me being a law-abiding citizen. I think 9/11 was a bad thing. I do not condone that kind of misuse of an aircraft. Are we clear on that? US government, unless the CIA is listening, but we're not going to get into that. 9/11 bad. Bad use of airplanes. Don't do that. I have no plans to do that with my SR-71 Blackbird. And then the final example of me being a law-abiding citizen. I have never kidnapped a dementia patient in broad daylight and locked them in my attic to force them to watch every episode of SpongeBob while under the influence of LSD to see if they would improve or worsen their condition on November 23rd, 2015. Never done that. That was not me. If somebody has done that, wasn't me. Could have been anyone, really. But my lawyer told me to include that last statement. Anyway, then next you might be asking, but Nova, where do you plan to park such a massive airplane? So this is the parking situation I have planned for this whole thing. This is a plot of land. This is where I live. This is my house, the red rectangle. That's where I live. Now, you might be asking, Nova, you can't park a jet there. Here's the plan, here's the plan. You see these houses there? I am currently in the process of marrying all of their daughters. I mean, this one, they have a son. It's fine, I can marry that one too. And then I will inherit all of that land, so that's gonna be mine. Then this building is essentially, that's just a shed. I can knock that down as soon as I married all of their daughters. Then my neighbor here on the other side, around 11 or 12 p.m., maybe like 3 a.m. even, I'm just gonna bulldoze him, like no warning, we're just gonna knock it down. So that's most of the neighbors dealt with. And then finally we have this building up here, which is kind of an issue still, but I'm just kind of hoping that these people are gonna get the memo as soon as I start building the runway. I hope that they're just gonna like move out and get the memo that they should like get the fuck out of here, you know? So that's my plan for where I'm going to park and take off from. Do we have any questions so far? Mr. Nova Master Pilot, 2 questions. Hit me. 1. How are you going to solve the fuel issue? It's an American military aircraft, so I plan on solving the fuel issue the same way the Americans do it. I go to the Middle East and bomb some asshole in a tent and take his fuel. And 2, can we get almonds on the flight? No, we don't do nuts. I don't like nuts. I hate nuts. No nuts on my airplane. That's not happening. Hot Pockets, be gone. We're not doing Hot Pockets on my SR-71 Blackbird. That's not happening. So you might be asking, Nova, what are your qualifications to fly that glorious aircraft? Glad you asked. My qualifications include, I know how to handle a joystick. You usually pilot planes via a joystick-like thing. As a femboy enjoyer, I know how to handle a joystick. Then that's the only joke I could think of for this slide. I don't have any other qualifications, I'm not gonna lie. Then here's me as an airplane. Now you might be asking, what are you going to use this SR-71 Blackbird for? Glad you asked. Well, the primary use case I have in mind is, of course, travel. And I have very specific travel minds in goal. I have very specific travel goals in mind. I'm going to travel with the airplane because I can travel much faster. Let me present to you what I call the whole heat map. All of these red markings on the map is where I currently have holes. Most of them are in Europe, which would not require an SR-71 Blackbird to visit. But for my holes out in Florida and out in LA, it would make it a lot easier to visit them on a regular basis. But that's not all, because as you can see, this does not cover many of the countries in the world. So I want to expand the whole network so I can pimp holes in far many more places. The plan is, with the SR-71 Blackbird, with the unprecedented speed that it has, I could expand the whole map. And these are the goals I have in mind, like Scandinavian countries. We have Toronto, really want to do Texas. I've heard Brazil has some good stuff. South Africa, just so I don't want to leave out Africa, but like all of that is poverty, that's all terrorism, that's just not a good place to be. Like all of that is just beaches. So yeah, South Africa, China. Yep, he's with the CCP. No, that's specifically Hong Kong. I was marking Hong Kong over there. Okay, that's not China. And also Australia. Australia is also there. Like I flipped the map because my head was in the way, but Australia is also on the map. Also, this is insanely irritating to look at if the map is backwards. Thank God they didn't build the world like this. That's ridiculous. That pretty much concludes the presentation part of why I want an SR-71 Blackbird and why I think I should get one. But wait, there's more. I will now demonstrate to Lockheed Martin that I am the perfect pilot for such an aircraft. Perfect. Don't know why the hat rotates, but hey, that's how hats work nowadays. Get with the times. That's what they call swag. Where are we flying? I want to fly in the daytime. Let's fly from LAX, the worst fucking airport I've ever been to. What is better, Austin or Dallas? No, Dallas has the Dallas Cowboys, and apparently they suck. Dallas is better. I'm going to Austin. Sorry. Okay, we're flying from LAX to Dallas, Texas. Apparently that's going to take us 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Fantastic. Then we will be flying in a Boeing 747-8 Intercontinental. Fortunately, they do not have the SR-71 Blackbird, but I feel like if I can prove to Lockheed Martin that I can fly in this massive fucking plane, they're going to give me the SR-71 for cheesy.
Welcome to Nova Scalaris Airlines, this is your captain speaking. We are currently sitting on board the Boeing 747-8 Intercontinental, an airplane that I have flown many times, of course. This is not my first time in this airplane, pretend like it's not. But anyway, today we'll be flying from LAX to Austin, Texas, I think. These are two beautiful cities, two tremendous cities, they're both fantastic cities. The weather is right outside your window, so fucking look at it yourself. We will be flying at an altitude of around 4 million miles in the sky. That's about 8.5 feet. I don't know how many football fields that is. Don't ask me, I don't care. In the event of an emergency, you'll probably die. So don't bother looking for life jackets or markings on the floor or whatever. You won't survive. Please keep all limbs inside the vehicle at all times. Please undo your seatbelts for takeoff, and you are now free to smoke about the cabin. Nova out.
Everyone get off right now. No, the doors are locked. You can't get off. We welded them shut from the outside. We're going to die. Nobody's going to die today. I mean...
Nobody's going to die today.
They might die today. So I have totally flown this thing before. Let me see. Ooh, I've seen this in a movie. I mean, in flight training. Throttle, exact. Okay. If I move these forward, we should be ready to go. Can you hear those engines firing up? How about whiskey? We have tons of whiskey. That's the main beverage we serve on the airplane. Whiskey is for everyone who drinks alcohol. Everyone who doesn't drink alcohol gets champagne instead. Why aren't we moving? There seems to be a severe lack of movement.
I'm not seeing enough movement!
Parking brake. Oh, there we go. Now we should be off to the races. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so shortly after takeoff, the stream crashed, and then while I was trying to fix that, the plane crashed, and then the game also crashed. But Lockheed Martin, I still think I deserve an SR-71 Blackbird, so like my DMs are open. And everyone else, thanks for watching the video. Follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you there. Bye.